You know, right in between hitting record for this part and the end of the last part, Coco, I finally managed to get the animation where Coco's phone exploded. But we're not gonna see that now, are we? Alright, I'm just gonna go in here. Let's just bear it. It's an animal riding level, so only Crash can go in. And yeah, we actually have a... Thank you! No, this version of the game actually tells you about that increase in speed. Something that you need in the later levels that the game that the original Crash 2 does not tell you about. Crash, your eyes! They're scaring me. I mean, maybe the instruction manual probably did, but the PSN version doesn't have an instruction manual. Unless it's some sort of digital one. Right, the Polar Bear levels. Among all the chase levels... among all the animal riding levels, these are my least favourite. There's a lot of trial and error in these. When it comes to... not even just for collecting the boxes. Breaking the boxes, I should say. And there's 3 of these in total. I don't really... Well, I guess you wouldn't really count Unbearable since it's more of a chase level than anything else. Just the ending section has a polar bear bit. The worst parts are when you're on those bits of ice that you need to try and, like this, and you gotta try and maneuver Crash, or maneuver the bear, to break all of the boxes on it. Or you can miss the box that's just on the plain snow like that. And I swear Crash turns into fake Crash when he gets frozen. He really looks like fake Crash. Yeah, there is a run button, slide button, R1 or circle. Whoop! Took him to bear with me this time. I only use the run when I have to, so time trials, or the occasions where it is mandatory to go over a larger than normal pit. So look at that. It's like his eyes become evil, his ears become pointy, as well as his teeth become bigger. I'm convinced he turns into fake Crash. Whoa, that was good. So, avoid the orcas. There we go. Avoid the nitros. Look. You are given a bit of leeway on the platforms though. So screw you, High Road and Road to Nowhere. This one gives me leeway. That part right there. I hate that part. And there we go. And that was by far the easiest of them. We still have 2 more of those. The next one is much more annoying. And the last one, well, it's in the dark. It's in the dark, just like lights out and fumbling in the dark. Only without a light source. That one's called, that one was called Totally Bear. I'm trying to remember the other. I think it's Bear Down. There's a lot of bear puns in any level that involves a bear of any sort. You know what? Polar, his name is. Screw you and your trial and error. You deserve this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't know why that is a thing. Bit cruel. But for some reason it's something you can do. Gets you 10 lives. It only works once though. You can't do it any other time after that if you reboot the profile or anything. Unlock a new path by earning the red gem elsewhere. Ah yes. I forgot the red gem platform is in this level. How appropriate, considering that was in Snowgo. Now we're in Snowbiz, and there's no biz like Snowbiz. So this level can be quite long, as if the box tally wasn't a clue enough, and you do need the red gem, I think, to get all the boxes. Yeah, you do, I recall. And it takes a while because you have to go along the red gem path, and you don't need to worry about backtracking through you cold hard Crash. But you need to get to the end of this path which is quite long, and then that will take you back to the start of, back down there, where you then need to go along the normal path. And you're sort of worried until you reach a checkpoint. I mean, there is a checkpoint on here, but, you know, it's still a long way to go. You've got to watch out with the nitro crates. Sometimes they do tend to bounce higher than others. Oh! That was badly timed. The really annoying thing about the porcupines is that you can't hit them in any way. I'm pretty sure that's supposed to bring down a switch box. I'm guessing it's activated. But when the porcupine's spines are extended, you can't hit them at all. Like, not even from the front, where the head is exposed. And they're only found in the ice levels to make life even more hell. What kind of porcupine lives in ice levels? What porcupines live in, like, the Americas or Africa? Whoops. I was trying to go back to see if I missed anything over there. Don't know why, I can clearly see. That was just done. Now I think porcupines live in Australia, live in like America and Africa. Where are we supposed to be? Because, you know, you think it would be in Australia, because that's where bandicoots live. Crash Warps, it shows that they live in Australia. But we have hippos, which are from Africa. Penguins I get, penguins live in Australia. We have hippos, and we have gorillas. Two animals famously from Africa. And the gorillas are found in the same level as the frilled lizards, which are an Australian species, which are in the same level as... yeah, that thing should have come down before. Which are in the same level as... the same level as... I'm not sure if they're supposed to be rats or possums, as I said before. I think I said that in the first part. And, you know, rats live in Australia. Possums live in Australia. Rats live in South America. Possums live in South America. So what are they? I need to see. Are you carrying a baby, Mr. Possum? Is it in a pouch? In which case you are a possum. If not, you are a rat. Yeah, I'm so reckless around these porcupines. Why don't I just take it slowly? It's supposed to be Snow-Go that always gives me the trouble, not Snow-Biz. I don't usually have an easy time here anyway, but it'd be better than Snow-Go. Woo! You do get a little bit of extra height when you do the belly flop / butt stomp. Try this again. Wasn't how I intended to do that. Yes, there is a checkpoint here, but I'm failing to reach it. Obviously, this isn't a bonus room. You do lose lives here. Oh no, I missed that one Wumpa fruit that I am very selectively a kleptomaniac for. You can hit them there now, I just don't know why you can't hit them in the head. Like, why can't you slide into the front of them? I'm convinced this makes the shape of something, but I don't know what. I mean, it kind of just looks like a space invader. Oops, wrote them in the wrong order. So if I die, I do have to break the bouncy box, the spring box, and the crate again. Yeah. Those ones are proximity based. You just have to stand next to them and they go down, like a thwomp. And there's the death. I want to know what's going on that causes your shoes and lap socks, or in Crash's case his underwear, to come back up. Slide jumping. Works every time. Almost. By the way, if you go near those mirror things, I believe that it counts as well. I know in the original it's the case. Aku Aku doesn't have a reflection. Same applies to Crash 3. Yep, should have slid. Should have slid. How come my laptop is perfectly fine? hit the spot. Woo! That's the easier one. Wait till we get to Cold Hard Crash. Those nitro crates are much closer to each other, and I swear they're made even closer in the n.sane Trilogy. Screw you, porcupine. There we go. Right, that's part of the way there. Now we gotta hope I don't die until I reach the checkpoint. Here's hazard number 1. Ugh. Alright, watch out here. Here's hazards 2 and 3. Hazard number 4. Hazard number 5. And there we go. Woo! I don't think the icicles can kill the seals. There is a point where they do activate a TNT box though. 3, 4. Yep, I believe that's all of them. So many crates in this level. Woo! Gotta keep making that noise. If this just crashed in insanity, I would have died. Stupid decision they made in that game. Like, if you could fall so far and crash 1, 2, and 3. There wasn't really any point in Wrath of Cortex, but you could fall that far in those games. Why couldn't you fall that far into Insanity? Couldn't even fall half the heights that I did there. It just fade to black. Just, ugh. It's been a long time since I Let's Played to Insanity. This part's really annoying. Especially in the original. Right. See, that was much easier there. In the original, that part is awful. Because even though you're barely moving, and you were up against the crates like a wall, when you turn around, chances are, Crash is still going to start moving backwards before he starts moving forward. Well, at least the checkpoint's right here. There we go. There's nothing back there this time. Aw, I didn't think I'd be able to break all of them, but I managed to kill the penguin. By the way, speaking of Twinsanity, Polar does come back in Twinsanity, and he's sort of like ready to beat up Crash with a baseball bat. I guess as punishment for riding him. I guess Crash kidnaps him or something, because he also appears in Warps. Like, in the beginning of Warps. Like, he's Crash's pet. But he's immediately replaced with a tiger. Who appears in Wrath of Cortex. And then is just forgotten about. And that was a lot longer than it needed to be. By the power of editing, it shall not seem any different because there's only one point that I'm actually making the edit on. Well, we'll see. Maybe I could. I believe that concludes the second war room. Now for Coco to magically disappear.
10 of 25 crystals. You're on your way. I'm running low on power, so communication from this point will be difficult. Remember, I'm counting on you.
You know, that hologram doesn't look like he's losing the signal. It just looks like... it just looks like it's really hot. Alright. The Komodo brothers. Can you guess what species they are? I mean, in this case, it's not Australia, but it's close enough to Australia. I mean, Komodo's like, just above New Guinea. So I'll let them have this one. But it's just weird how it's like inconsistent with whether or not they're in Australia. You have a load of animals that you'd expect in Australia. You know, Ripperoo's a kangaroo, Crash is a bandicoot. We have frilled lizards, we have dingodile, it's like a dingo slash crocodile, two animals that live in Australia. Tiny is the thylacine, or Tasmanian tiger, which are now extinct. There's a very basic pattern here, as you can no doubt tell. But why do we have hippos and gorillas and the like? Yeah, he does throw things at you. Don't get too close to him either, otherwise he will still swing a sword at you. And that's it. In the original Crash 2, sometimes the third spin, he will spin for a very long time. I mean, it's the longest in general, but sometimes it just goes on for like twice as long. But yeah, that's a very simple fight. It's probably the easiest fight in the game. I'd say Ripperoo is harder than that. Ripperoo is easy, but at least makes you nervous. But that's it. Right, we switched to Coco, but the moment we go up here, we are immediately going to switch back to Crash again, only to then immediately switch back to Coco again.
Good show, Crash. The Komodo brothers obviously lacked your mettle. But now's not the time to get cocky. There are still many crystals to obtain. Remember, the world is counting on you.
And we'll never see the Komodo brothers again in a main series game. They appear in a few spin-offs. Really, most of Crash 1 and 2's characters sort of disappear and are relegated to spin-offs after this. It pretty much just becomes Dingodile, Tropy, Engine, and Entropy, Engine, and Tiny. But, well, no, the Komodo brothers, they do appear in like a portrait in one of the levels in Wrath of Quarters, but we don't see them like for real. Anyway, time for Tier 3 is where the level starts to pick up in difficulty. First thing we're going to do is we're going to get into the secret entrance to Air Crash. We have a few levels to look forward to. So, I am not the first person to say this. In fact, I am completely ripping off the channel of Super Gaming Brothers. But the road to ruin may look unbearable, but I think we should just bear down and do it, or else sooner or later we're plant food. It's terrible, but I love it. That's why I'm quoting. Please get my references. I'm unoriginal, I know. Anyway, I gotta try and remember which is the level that leads you to the secret exit. Now, how do we get there? I believe it's bear down. Yeah, this one leads you to... Yeah, okay. I remember now. We have quite a few secret exits here. So, I will see you guys then.